forced it to go in another and, really kind of push the issue. But we do have a draft available for game number 2. But yeah, I found it interesting last game. You made the good point that neither of the mid laners actually had a good game. And I think when we were coming into this series, we're like, oh my god, it's Emo versus White Album. These two extremely mechanically skilled mid laners, but they kind of cancel each other out. And, it's like when you spill red wine on the carpet and then you pour white wine over it to get rid of the stain. It's basically what that last game was.
Both mid laners are non-factor.
Yeah. So a lot of heroes. Wow, new heroes as well. Lich coming out for Team Aster. What?
Yeah, I think it's just a counter. Wyvern's gone, so they're thinking, okay, what else can provide some kind of physical damage reduction ability? Here's the Frost Shield against TA. So whoever the TA goes on is just gonna drop the Frost Shield. And with Magnus, I was gonna say with Magnus too, like they actually have 2 abilities that add net worth onto another hero with the shield and the empower. So the way I see this lineup is Aster is probably going to have the superior carry in like 90% of situations.
And it looks like they're going to be setting up for that extremely hard carry. Somewhere in their draft.
You see IG with the instant Shadow Demon pickup as soon as they see those 2 heroes. What beats Frost Shield and Empower?
Purge,
well, a thing that purges it for the whole duration. So it's actually really good. One of the heroes that Lich gets countered by is like Oracle because, Fate's Edict, but also to be able to purge the Frost Shield. Well, Shadow Demon does the exact same thing. So whoever gets Demonic purged, that guy is looking pretty dead to a Templar Assassin.
Another thing to note is that Disruption is a great save versus RP. Given that Shadow Demon is positioned outside of the RP, you can always save a primary target, which is really nice.
10 seconds remaining.
True. So what I'm getting is from the openings, we're kind of leaning a little bit towards IG, just because Shadow Demon pick looks so damn beastly.
Well, yeah, for sure. But I'm also leaning towards IG just because TA is busted.
That's the easier answer, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where it is. But interestingly enough, I was looking at, I think it was Elephant's drafts from maybe, I'm not sure if it's Elephant, but I think it was. But one of their reactions to a TA was to pick Lich and Razor. So I wonder if they could be thinking about doing something like that, picking a TA counter and just giving him Frost Shield and having him run at her.
10 seconds remaining.
It's an interesting theory. I don't think I've seen it before.
5 seconds remaining.
It was played by Elephant, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, cool. We haven't really seen Lich outside of the Chinese region, have we? This hero's not popular.
There's some teams who like to pick it. It just depends on the position 5 player, whether he likes playing Lich or not. I think this hero is always going to be good because he's got a good toolkit, right? You got strong laning. You can secure I think 95% of lanes with that hero, to be honest. Then you got that defensive ability, good team fight. But in this current patch, there's just other heroes that can do each part of what Lich can do, but a little bit better. And you tend to pick those heroes because you just need it for that one thing that they're good with.
Right.
Like, for example, Shadow Demon. If you want to save, would you rather have Frost Shield or would you rather have Disruption, right?
Agreed.
It's
so
true.
these Brood Terrorblade Timber rounds are pretty standard, and I'd say the same for the Phoenix Luna ET. The ET tells me they're gonna pick some very high agi hyper carry type hero.
Willow. Ooh.
Willow.
Yeah. I like this. Very strong.
So already Aster has insane team fight from Chain Frost, RP, and Terrorize, whereas IG are lacking in the teamfight aspect entirely at the moment. So let's hope that they correct it in their next 2 picks. We might be seeing something like a Tidehunter, which pairs really well with a TA. They can burst target very quickly. You can just kind of wreak havoc. We might be seeing something like a Mars.
Yeah, now when the target gets defensively disrupted by the Shadow Demon, they're going to have a Bramble Maze waiting for them. They could get terrorized. I mean, they're just going to get their mushrooms sauteed when they come out of that black bubble. It could be
We're gonna see a support picked up first though here because they want to try and bait out the carry here and before they pick the offlaner.
ET is banned. Are they just gonna pick Morph with Willow?
Juggernaut. That okay.
Ah,
That's
I thought
what
it
I
was
was.
great call.
That's
I
what I was
really did.
gonna consider saying like right before the Willow came out because of the ET ban. Because when I see ET, for some reason I think
high agi, high
yeah,
hero,
and I like
yeah.
Jug. But the Shadow Demon is quite good against Juggernaut as
10
well.
seconds remaining.
That being said, I want to see like a
5 seconds
slaughter
remaining.
from IG now.
Ooh.
Like seeing this Jug, if you have Hoodwink Slaughter lane, you can actually live through the Frost Shield plus the spin if you go for the double Bracer build. It doesn't do enough damage. Plus, you bully the Jug. Later on, you have the Purge obviously on the Jug too, so you don't have to worry about the Frost Shield. And TA Slaughter, that's a pretty sick combo. Like you can go the Team Fight route, or you can go like the straight up high damage, pick off, do Roshan, play off Aegis against like a Magnus team, because you can't always like try to outfight a Magnus team or outfarm a Magnus team.
Definitely. You're actually very right. The offlaner that they pick is pretty much going to dictate how they're going to play the game. They could go for something like a slider and just play the pick-off game, or they could go for a team fighter and try to fight them. But looking at this Aster draft, I don't think you want to try to outfight them at this point. It feels a bit too difficult to correct that. So something like a slider sounds really nice. Let's
Legion-
talk about
Legion's
Double
another
team
really good
back.
option.
Yeah.
Or Centaur
Okay,
apparently.
Yep. So that's a hero where people previously picked against Lich. Same concept, double bracers.
Yeah.
Or in this situation, you can probably just rush Vanguard and you just don't die to the spin plus Frost Blast combo.
but you still can
10
early
seconds
enough.
remaining.
You just won't
And
be able to
the
apply
thing
any
about
pressure to a Jug.
Centaur,
5
like
seconds remaining.
compared to Slardar, does not pressure the Jug the way that a Slardar would. I just don't see what Centaur gives them right now. That I guess they just want that Stampede really badly in this game. But this Juggernaut Lich lane is one of the oldest combos in Dota. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
Just one misstep on the Hoodwink or the Centaur is certain death at level 3 until the Centaur gets
Radiant
his
team back.
double
Red
bracer build
team
later,
back.
or it goes for his Vanguard. Obviously, the obvious thing to state is Juggernaut is one of the best empower carries in the game. Him and Magnus play together very well. He loves to take advantage of the cleave. He can play for an early rush timing as well with a Magnus Juggernaut lineup to actually fight into the TA's early rush timing. So that's
10
something to watch
seconds
out for.
remaining.
How come they
5
didn't Doom on
seconds
IG?
remaining.
They what? Sorry?
How come
Because-
they didn't pick Doom on IG?
Because they would have conceded the entire early game and the laning stage, I think.
Yeah.
Because if you pick Doom, it's so weak. You just give Jug free farm. Plus, Jug is actually good against Doom.
Yeah.
You just drop the healing word before the fight as well. And then you also have to play against like the Dark Willow Terrorize, the Lich Shield.
You know, they could actually put the Shadow Demon with the Centaur and just have the Hoodwink be a 5. That's also a possibility. And if
Yep,
Shadow Demon is
that's-
playing with Centaur, you actually don't have to worry about the
The
kill
spin.
threat. Yeah.
True.
And
That is
I
very
think it
good.
actually sounds better that way because
10 seconds
Disruption is also a very good setup for Hoof Stomp.
Agreed. I think
5
that's way
seconds
better.
remaining.
If you had like a Slaughter, then Hoodwink Slaughter could be really good. But if you have a Centaur, then yeah, Shadow Demon is gonna look so much better here.
Radiant
That's a
team
very good point. Here's the carry. It is Weaver. Okay, so they are gonna play fast, but it's still a Weaver.
I just want to. I love how you were so confident when you started reading Weave. You're like, it's gonna be a weave. Wait, a weave? Like you went
10
from
seconds
certain
remaining.
to absolutely flummoxed in a matter of seconds.
Okay, so
5
here's the thing:
seconds
when you look at
remaining.
Weaver, you think can they stun me and kill me? And they actually really don't have that many stuns. Like there's Curse Crown, there's Bramble Maze, but Bramble Maze isn't that reliable, and Curse Crown does take time to go off. Like I see the logic behind picking Weaver. He's also like quite slippery, and he's like fast enough to try to position himself to not get RP'd. But
I do think.
I'm
So
not a
hold-
Weaver fan. Like I just
Yeah,
don't
no, I
like
don't
the
think
hero.
anybody's a Weaver fan except for Mason.
Yeah.
This is the only Weaver fan we got in here. But I want to see Alina now for this last pick. I think that's what's gonna round this lineup. Oh, nope,
No,
not
this
Alina.
is a good pick. This handles
Wow.
the Weaver. I like this
Yeah.
pick actually because they didn't
Okay.
really have an answer for the Weaver until this Bloodseeker. With this mid Magnus versus the TA, I guess it's just going to be a farm trading lane, slightly TA favored. But I think with this Bloodseeker pick, they can definitely hit that Magnus Jug timing that they're looking for.
I think they're missing something though on the side of Aster. I can't really figure out what it is right now. Maybe a little bit of lane shoving potential.
I see strong lanes and strong team fight.
All right, I think my problem with Aster's draft is that you don't have any like soft initiation. If they want to go in a team fight,
10 seconds remaining.
how do they start it? They just have to jump in and RP something, right? Like I don't see how
5 seconds
you've got no
remaining.
like blink stomp. You got no.
Here's the thing: they just
catch.
rupture a target, and then what are they gonna do? Stampede away? Like that's a decent enough initiation. It's not the best, but I also understand the logic behind the Bloodseeker pick, and I quite like.
Yeah, there's no basic stun, pretty much on the side of Aster.
Yeah. And also they've got some sick combos. They've got Rupture into Terrorize into Skewer. Wow. They're just going to kill themselves. Unbeatable draft from Aster. I've changed my mind.
That's true. We forgot to talk about the Terrorize Rupture. That's a very classic combo. It works
pretty funny. Yeah.
It should kill the Weaver from full.
What are we thinking then? How are we going with game number 2? What draft do we believe is stronger?
Okay,
Aster, for me.
If IG get to 8k goal lead by 20 minutes, they got this. If not, then it's going to be Aster. I think their mid-late game looks way too disgusting, but IG has the potential to really dominate the early game, the lanes, and just keep on pressuring because they got some real slippery heroes.
Mira?
Yeah, I think if IG don't get that gold lead, Aster's team fight is just going to overwhelm them. So I'm going to go with Aster.
I'm a believer in the Weaver, and I'm going to go with IG for this one. I think we're going for a 1-1. Let's find out what happens with our commentary duo. It is Beakup, and it is Mo Farah.
Thank you very much, Nomad. The rhyme. Pretty solid.
Do you know what's really sickening is I was going to say that, so now I don't feel okay anymore. I'm.
You want to know what's really sickening?
What?
I was going to say that.
Oh no.
We're all pretty.
Oh, I feel ill.
Oh no. Gotta believe in the Weaver. I'll say it again.
I don't know who to feel worse out for out of the three of us. That's. Oh, Kaka's like, nope. I'm not going up there.
The thing is, we used to see this in China a lot, and like one of the ones that I remember the most is like Mugi was on the Weaver, and then it just like if you picked Weaver without banning the Bloodseeker, it was just like an instant counter pick.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't mind both drafts. I think it should be. Looks fun, you know. Looks like a fun game. We've got some different, kinds of heroes to normal, like the Bloodseeker we don't see too often, Lich we don't see too often. Same with Willow. Yeah, Weaver's a new one. I want to see how this Weaver does, because I used to really like playing this hero, but it doesn't feel that great at the moment.
Problem is, if it wins, it's going to be in my pubs, and I don't want that.
Oh no, people only play Weaver 3 in pubs.
Right.
Because it's when they want to play carry, but they can't get position 1. So they play position 3, and then they just pick Weaver. And they go like Diffusal first. It's all the same.
Fly on this Weaver. Ooh. Might have a chance at first blood. Oh boy.
Ooh, the stick charge.
Just surviving. Has 2 stacks of tangos to work with. This doesn't look like it's going to be the easiest lane down here for Aster. Meanwhile, top blood right down.
Yeah,
and then the Bramble Maze. This is not a fun time.
Neither of these lanes are good for Aster. It's because of this lane swap by IG, right? Where they put the center up against the Bloodseeker, they get to put the Weaver against the Jug. And so it means that whenever the Frost Shield gets used on the Jug, this Weaver's never in threat, right? They have no stuns. So they'll be feeling really good about this on IG.
Vision wins games, and Lockdown wins games.
No, only Vision.
Oh, okay. Blood right down, so is the Bramble Maze. You land a Bramble, you land a Blood right, pretty much. BT actually taking a significant amount of damage from the constant right clicks coming in from Borax.
Nice skewer under tower there by White Album as well. Gets a decent amount of damage onto the TA.
Ooh. I like Willow. I wish it was more popular. It's one of those supports that I think adds another level to drafts.
Yeah, I think it's really good. A hero that's not picked enough in pubs. The only fours I get in my pubs are like Lesh and Gyro and all the heroes that aren't actually fours.
Yeah, I get Techies, Sniper.
Sniper was the funniest one when that was popular for a while, actually. People used to always pick Sniper in pubs.
Well, just one of my pubs recently, I had a guy go 5 Sniper.
Ooh.
And then...
I think a White Album gets both the water rings at the 2-minute mark.
That's pretty good for him. Shockwave looking for the skewer under tower. But the tower is too busy with creeps.
He's playing this lane really well on the mag. There's 5 denies against the TA. Obviously, you have really good base damage, so lots to play for. But yeah, he's going to come over and try and take some of the XP as well. Obviously, you can see they have the ward down on the high ground, so they can see when the TA is farming the small camp. Thank you, Mr. Observer.
Appreciate you. Much love. I could draw a little heart for the observer.
Aww.
There we go.
I was hoping you were going to do it really badly, but that could have been worse.
Oh, it could have been way worse.
Yeah.
I was trying really hard. I was kind of like, I had a lot of anxiety about it. We get there. Got the heart out. Meanwhile, Bloodseeker doing a decent job. 21-1. Blade Fury right on top of Kaka down low. And Monet might have a kill here with the help from Lanham. But the question is who gets first blood? And it ends up being Fly. Bramble Maze, Blood right, landing up top.
Oh.
Going after Ollie. He's silenced, getting low. XXS is chasing. Now under the tower. Is it going to be worth it with the Fairy Fire eaten? No. XXS will bow. Now, I know Fly gets first blood there, but Jug gets the solo experience.
I honestly think the Weaver got solo experience as well, though, because the Hoodwink was like quite
So far away.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure, but
You might be right.
Are fortified.
Although Jug was leading in experience by just a sliver of a margin.
this Centaur's doing pretty well too, though, in the top lane. Like the Bloodseeker, I mean, this lane is very dull, right? A lot of the time, there's not a huge amount in it between them. Oh, good disruption.
Bramble Maze.
I will say the only thing about this Bloodseeker pick, by the way, I think it's really good against the Weaver, but it's not that great up against the Shadow Demon because you have the Purge. For a hero that relies on mobility, yeah, it's not great.
Curse Crown goes off. Blood right down. JT not gonna get out of it, but XXS again can't really chase this Centaur, especially with 3 stacks of Shadow Poison. If he gets hit potentially with a stun, which was on cooldown, there's just been more and more stacks going the way of XXS.
I mean, this Weaver's off to a great start already, though. I mean, that's the hero from the first blood, obviously, that has the big net worth advantage.
Ooh, Blood right down again. Disruption. We'll avoid it.
Yeah, well played, Barley. There's a big wave coming in here as well, so need to make sure the Centaur doesn't die there and miss out on it.
Ooh, XXS missing out on that catapult. One right click from Borax. Might have missed the timing on that. Meanwhile, Lanham again in trouble. And they've got the Shikuchi to get the kill.
This lane swap really paying off. This Weaver's 1,000 net worth ahead of the Jug already. Wow. Ollie might be in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, Curse Crown coming down again. But there's the disruption. Blood right. Is it timed right? Yes, it is. And that is one shot away from getting the kill. However, ooh, JT salving himself. Ollie still surviving. And eventually Lanham makes the rotation. XXS. He's gone.
Oh, that's not worth it. I understand them wanting to pressure the tower because of the catapult wave, but just ever so slightly overextending. Now JT's going to have his Vanguard coming out in the courier really soon. And he's almost level 6 as well. So, yeah, massive win so far for Aster. For IG.
3-2 in favor of IG with a little bit of a net worth lead. TA now sitting top of the net worth. Magnus holding his own, that's for sure. But Emo's recovered and going into the early Blink Dagger.
He's doing really well. Right, here we go. Centaur Vanguard. Oh, the thing's not even at the shop yet. Come on, JT. Gotta speed this game up.
Dire's middle tower
There it is. Oh, Exodus just went bot lane, but he's in a bit of trouble already.
Yeah, XXS getting run down. A level 6 for Fly, level 4 for Kaka, chasing the level 5 Bloodseeker, and this is a long TP for Borax, who doesn't have any mana to help him anyway. So he's come down here, and XXS, he's dead.
Wow.
That is... okay. Borax came down, he had no mana to help.
Do you know what's funny about Fly as well is that there seems to be these carry heroes that not really anybody else is interested in picking, right? They were like the troll the other day. All of a sudden he just busts them out of nowhere.
TP bot from the Magnus. Shockwave, Skewer, Kaka taking a lot of damage. Here comes Ollie though. They've got the Bushwhack and the Disruption. And they can see Kaka. They'll miss the Bramble Maze. He scurries into the trees. He's gonna get away for now. Ooh, Shockwave. RP. Oh, and Borax steals the kill too.
It's not a steal. It's just securing.
No.
Securing.
He was dead.
You're a support player. You should know it's securing.
I try to be a good support
Emo's
player.
in a bit of trouble here. Okay, he's fine. ST comes over and rescues him.
I want to be a good support player, Mo. So I'm changing my tendencies. This game's going really well for IG at the moment. They really could use 6 on XXS. And there it is. And maybe start with like a Rupture somewhere. But the question is, who do they go for? It's hard. If Shadow Demon's in the lane, he's just going to disrupt himself. And a lot of that Rupture time is going to be wasted.
Well, ain't this cute? I don't think we've got much in common.
They know White Apple has no RP here, so they're willing to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, Lanham comes over. Uh-oh. Fly. Now Kaka with the 2-man Bushwhack, but that'll send him packing. At least for now. XXS, he TP's in, misses Kaka. Blood right down, not going to land. Now they spot him. Know that he's there.
So you have to remember that with this Radiant lineup, they are a little bit behind here, but at least they have the Empower to work with, Ray. Oh, well, here come the TPs now. Monet
is in a lot of trouble. Terrorize? No. Not yet. Instead, Borax will just die.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, good kill. Make sure they defend their tower. Lots of stacks going on in the bot jungle as well, so TA going to be very happy about that one. Oh, even Bloodseeker gets an Empower. Hell yeah.
That's what it's all about. Oh, it's coming through from the Centaur, and good to go. Where did XSS pick up? He picked up in Urn. Okay. Sure.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Magnus is farming well, but it feels like Monet and
Radiant's top tower
XXS
is
aren't
under
doing
attack.
much around the map. They have this blink dagger, and I wouldn't be surprised to see if they want to use that as an opening to maybe smoke and make a play with an RP.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They don't have a smoke out on the map yet. Dark Will is just getting a TP. So how are they looking to approach this? Well, there's the smoke. Did I not? All right.
I like that
Never
he's got
mind.
blink first on the mag, by the way. It's a little bit less farm heavy,
Radiant's
but
middle tower is under attack.
Oh, maybe it was on the Lich's courier. They're going to go in. They've got themselves a lockdown to get the kill onto Ollie, but that's just a 5-position Shadow Demon for that smoke and blink reveal.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is
just
under
tanking the
attack.
tower, getting this tier 1 as quickly as possible.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Emo
Jake,
gets
you
the
went-
tier 1 mid.
JT went Hood Vanguard as well last time, didn't he? I think. When he played Centaur.
I think so.
Pretty sure.
Dire's bottom
Fly
tower is
showing
under
himself
attack.
to Monet for a second. JT TPing bottom. And another smoke now, this time for IG. They've got a blink dagger on the TA. It's not what we've been seeing a lot of in terms of Dragonlance first for the TA.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But this time a blink dagger. And he's holding 1,700 gold. So he could get a Dragonlance if he wants in just a moment.
I don't mind the blink first though. They don't, you know, we talked about how they don't really have great catch and things.
Radiant's
So
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's
why?
structures
Oh, Firefly's
are
getting
fortified.
treads. I was wondering what the gloves of haste were for.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Midas.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, is he building Midas? And Weaver's like third item.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Should they trade tier 1s? Ooh.
White Album.
TP.
Oh, the bushwhack!
Ooh. That was close.
Radiant's
I didn't even see the hoodwink coming.
under attack. Dire's top tower is under
That was a great
attack.
kill there for IG, and IG now up 4,000 net worth.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This is not ideal for Aster.
No, not at all.
They feel so lost around the map.
All it takes is one good RP though, right? Maybe they found a pick off.
RP into a Terrorize
Yeah.
with a Bramble Maze waiting for them.
This Weaver just feels like a massive issue.
Ooh, Fly losing his courier.
This Willow's in trouble, I think.
Oh. Terrorize. Bramble Maze, maybe allowing Monet to get a kill, but that Omni goes over to Fly, who just time-lapsed it off. That's unfortunate.
Oh, they found the Lich
They've
as
got
well.
the trap. And there's the Blade Fury, but Monet taking too much damage. Emo comes in and gets the kill. They'll look over at Lanham. This is kills all over the board. RP, clipping yourself, kind of? All right, well, they might still be able to get one, but I
Oh,
say
they're
that
still
Emo
alive.
comes over with a damage, and they get the kill to JT. They'll take out Lanham, and they'll finish off XXS.
Oh.
White Album gone, and a full team wipe for IG. Triple kill for Emo, who had that double damage. Ollie doesn't end up dead. Only the Centaur does.
Oh, disaster. I'm
And right in a
assuming-
roach they go.
I'm assuming he didn't mean to blink on the cliff when he RP'd. I mean, surely not, but I mean, with all the minus armor, this roach definitely just die to the Weaver on the TA.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
But yeah, I mean, it took them so long to kill the heroes, and so it gives IG loads of time to come over and help. And even if they'd found the Shadow Demon, it wouldn't have made a huge difference to whether it was worth it or not.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Monet just gets that healing ward out.
Easy Frost Shield.
Emo is tearing into them. Now Monet hit by that demonic purge. They found him.
Cool one.
He's got the disruption. Blood right. Not needed. Monet gets the kill, and they finally grab one on that. Aster, who've been pretty quiet overall, finally find a kill. And yeah, they got JT before, but just the pick off there is what Aster have been kind of wanting for a while. Ollie has tanked a lot of the picks, though.
Dire's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
which is
attack.
absolutely fine, right? They don't mind that at all. As long as the cause is surviving, then they'll be really happy. So Weaver doesn't have anything queued up yet. I was wondering what he might consider going for. Like, it's a decent S and Y game if he wants to go for that. Obviously with the status resist against the Bloodseeker and the Magnus. Ooh,
Aka. He gets caught, and that's another pick off for Aster.
Dunzo. Yeah, because like, does he want something like a Scardy potentially instead as well on the Weaver? I've no idea. Jug's going Scardy though.
You want this Force Staff on Bloodseeker?
It's a pretty good 4-staff game. You can combo it with your Rupture. It's always good. B-Cop. Come on.
And that's the combo. You get that Force Staff, Psychic Headband. Then you got to have the Ags for the second Rupture.
I think helping kite the TA and the Sharpshooter from the Hoodwink's always good though, right?
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower
4-staff's such an underrated item in general.
Orchid now for Fly. He is
tower is under attack.
pretty farmed, and I say he's pretty farmed. Emo's very farmed.
Did you say you had an Orchid on the Weaver?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's coming out on the courier.
Dire's
Very,
bottom
like, glass
tower
cannon.
has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, it could be really good, but
Dire's bottom tower
But
is under attack.
Monet.
not convinced.
Oh boy,
Oh, nice.
that's not good. 1-2. Emo with the double tap.
Nice play by JT though. Baits out the Manta before he stomps.
To see it.
Man, that is not a good look there for Aster. They really want this Scotty, but I don't even know where Jug can farm efficiently around the map.
Under attack.
They just have none of the map to play with, do they? They're kind of getting starved out already, and it's only 19 minutes into the game.
And they make a play though. Like you said, 1 RP would be good. Or 1 RP on multiple heroes could be the game changer, and I just
Radiant's
don't know
top tower is under attack.
if they're ever going to find that. I think Ollie's job, especially once he picks up this Aether Lens, is just to sit back, and he's technically got the Aether Lens. He just needs to dismantle the Arcane Boots, and yeah, so now he's got the Aether Lens, he has the extra cast range. They're going to go for the Hoodwink. They have the kill there.
Stands in my way.
Bedouin's single target damage is quite high, even when it's level 1. And then Willow is trying to go for a shard, which I like. I like that shard quite a bit, where you've got the Cursed Crown and then the Brambles show up. But that's if the Cursed Crown goes off. We've seen it a couple times just not happen.
Yeah, it's a very, very strong shard. I think the Aether Lens into shard thing, it becomes so, like... It's so horrible to play into.
Oh, Fly.
Orchid, look at it go!
Plotting. We have revenge to mount.
I'm surprised he's going BKB instead of SMY though.
Dire are scanning.
Just avoid the Terrorize, I guess. Ooh, Lanham in trouble, sharpshooter, and they've got the Sinister Gaze, but now the Disruption, as well as that Soul Catcher out onto Monet. They hit the Bushwhack on a 2. Chain Frost bouncing around, not really doing much of anything. They've got the Spear Vessel on JT as well as the Rupture. They'll go to the Omni Slash, which bounces over to the Siege Creep. Blood right down. JT just eating all of this damage. And eventually now Monet needs to try and leave. He'll spin, TP, and just escape. Not awful for Aster, but still IG in a commanding spot.
And, like, look at the map. Look at where the IG heroes are.
Yeah.
It's not just that they're farming, they're taking farm away from Aster's side of the map. So they're really pushing them down.
I don't even know how they kill Fly. He's 6-0-6. We thought he might be the weak link in this lineup, but...
I mean, I think the lane swap had a big part to do with it, though.
Oh, good kill on Ollie.
This Weaver's early game went so much better than originally we expected it would.
Right. I will say the pickoffs are starting to pile on a little bit.
They are, but they're not hitting anywhere near as many creeps. So even though they're finding the pickoffs, they're still falling further behind.
Butterfly for this TA.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting that the TA's gone Butterfly and the Weaver's gone Orchid BKB. Yeah, they're completely different builds.
And there's that BKB coming out. Roche up in a minute.
Like, you would have
if
thought...
somehow Aster can get their hands on that, that would put him relatively back in.
You would have thought if it was a good BKB game, they would both have one, right?
Right.
But it doesn't seem to be the case. They're trying to
Is that
find
a communication error, though?
Radiant are scanning.
Or is that just a individual mindset?
Unsure. I think you have to just be in the line of communication to know. It's going overwhelming. Blink. Oh no, it's going heart on JT. Okay. That should be disassembled his Vanguard or something then.
Firefly JT coming over. They have the vision on this. And they go and get that kill on White Album. Sharpshooter flies through. Doesn't hit on anybody. And now they look over as Dark Willow TP's out. But they've already lost themselves the Magnus. And Roche is up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just let Monet kind of farm a little bit, but... Oh, Emo. He's waiting. He's got a DD. Monet's trying to TP, but the damage!
Oh my goodness.
Just too much. They're taking Roche without the TA.
I'm not used to seeing a TA hit that fast. But because she has the Butterfly... Oh god. That was really well set up.
Firefly taking that shard and upgrading the Swarm.
Yeah, I really like this shard. I think it's really strong. I think the cooldown reduction is good, but the fact that it latches onto invis targets makes this like hero so easy as, like, especially with the Orchid, it becomes an assassin basically, right?
Was he Weaver in Dota Underworlds? Was he an assassin?
I think he was a... What was he? It's like an insect or something, wasn't he?
A bug?
I can't remember what it was classed as, but... Because he was with Nyx and something else.
Bunch of bugs.
Brood, I think it was.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Outpost captured.
Radiant's bottom tower
16,000 net worth lead
Radiant structures
here
are
for
falling.
IG.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Meld Strike. 2-shot Rupture on Emo. They've got the Sinister Gaze. They're holding him close. They get the Terrorize out as well as the Bramble Maze. Now they're going to skewer him into the base, but they hit the Disruption. Will the Blood Right be there in
Emo
time?
doesn't care.
Damage from Emo. Doesn't even care. Yeah, right clicks in onto the BKB. Blade Fury right on top. And they're only going to take this first life out of his hands. They hit the Hoof Stomp and they will kill off Monet. It's easy as that as they take out the Jug. The Chain Frost not really doing anything, and it was sent back via the Lotus Orb. So that bounces in. Lanham ends up dead. He'll buy back. XXS moving forward as they've got a Hoodwink low, and XXS has some speed, but
Radiant's middle tower
is it even really going to be
under attack.
enough to make anything happen?
Radiant's
They got the
middle
Aegis
tower
out.
has
They can be
fallen.
happy with that, but it did cost them Rupture. I guess Chain Frost wasn't really involved, and they had the Cursed Crown and everything. We'll see if maybe they can hold on. Lich trying to go for Axe. I would love for this game to go another 35 minutes if he can get this Axe. I
Well,
love the AoE Sinister Gaze.
It is very funny.
He's going to need a lot of time, though,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
because they don't have a Philosopher's Stone.
No. And when you say all the time, he needs to buy sentries as well, so he's like, Jug, can you take over sentry duties? I need my Ags.
Oh, boy.
Whew.
Cursed Crown. And that'll spawn some brambles around him.
He's stuck. Oh no.
All right.
I love this Horn
Kind of worked
Toss.
out for Aster.
I think Horn Toss is one of the cooler things that got added to the game.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's nice.
Uh-oh. He just blinked into that. Corn Chop bounces all the way through to the back lines. That's some RNG.
Oh, Quiver. TA says thank you very much.
Smoke and ooh. Looked like an RP might have been presenting itself.
Oh.
Blink on Kaka, so yeah, they won't get it that time. And now they've got a blink on Ollie too. Jeez. A lot of mobility now. 4 blinks and a Weaver. Sounds like a sitcom.
Blessings
We're gonna be back in 5 minutes after this commercial break for 4 blinks and a Weaver.
are scanning.
It sounds like a really crappy
Bli-
band, doesn't it?
Dire are
Thanks for
scanning.
coming out, Cleveland. We're 4 blinks and a Weaver.
Radiant's
Do you do this in your spare
bottom
time?
tower is under attack.
In a mirror, in front of a mirror?
I don't have a mirror in my room. Are you kidding me? I have to look at myself. 21,000 net worth lead here for IG.
It's just really difficult for them to go high ground, and we've seen it this tournament already. The Machinist just makes things horribly difficult. And there's Lich Frost Shield on the building and everything as well.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Rubbish.
Swiftly to the temple's defense.
They've got the Scotty, and they're looking for the shard on Jug. I think that's, they're buying shards because that's what they can afford at the moment.
At least if we lose, we'll go out in style.
Shard style.
Illusion.
We just wanted to know what it feels like to get a shard because they got second Roche. Oh, 3-man bushwhack.
Let them know you're there.
Lanham, 670 gold. Catching up to that Ags. I think he could literally sell everything in his inventory and not have enough for Ags.
That's definitely not true. Wait, on who, sorry?
On Lich.
Oh, on Lich. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, well, 180 on that.
Sorry, I thought you meant the... I thought you were talking about someone else. Oh.
Disruption might set up for a follow-up, but nobody knocking on the door.
Feels so good as the SC. You get the illusions and you get to kill the range creep with them. Farm through the roof.
It's my GPM going up by 20.
But again, look where they are on the map on Aster. They're just caught inside
Ooh,
their own
Ollie here to
base.
break some smokes.
No.
And blink away. Ooh, they got the horn toss and the skewer out onto the hoodwink. And gets sharpshooter off, but still dies. Another pick for Aster, but this is just like, it's a pick. But they're falling very far behind.
It's just a pick, but they claim some of the map back as well. Which is pretty big.
I almost feel like that is a almost a bait that they get some of the map back.
They get to farm the ancients at the next minute mark. Come on. It's more than they've
Roche potentially up in a minute. Lich, 1100 gold into that Ags.
Ooh.
By the way, TA's got another double damage.
Of course.
Why kill someone in 2 shots when you can kill someone in 1? Interesting from Borax, right into the Shadow Realm and right out.
Do they have a gem on the dire side? I'm assuming they don't, because I feel like this is a good time for it. Yeah, especially when you get that second Roche timing coming up. Having the vision control is so important.
Third Roche.
Third Roche, sorry.
Third Roche?
Yeah, I think so. Not
I
sure. I
always
honestly
count.
can't remember. Honestly.
Roche is 20 seconds away. Again, you know, a good Terrorize with an RP, Chain Frost. They've got what it takes to take a good Roche fight, potentially. But then again, Emo has what it takes with his items and a double damage to just one-shot everybody.
I mean, the fact they still have their tier 1 mid standing at 33 minutes into the game is very telling about how this has gone down, I think.
True. I'll buy that point booster, Lanham. Do it. Your buyback's on cooldown anyway. The wraparound. And Roche will have Ag's Blessing, which, ooh, wraparound I say, but Emo with the double damage is going to take this Roche really quickly. It's theirs. Okay. Well, that's easy.
I wonder who takes the Ags.
Emo.
Is he taking himself? Yeah, he has. Okay.
Nice. Taking the psionic projection.
Oh my god.
Okay. That's interesting. Coming right in onto them. Emo now taking a lot of damage, but he doesn't quite care. He's got an Aegis. The damage coming through. Look at the Kona on him as well as Monet. These heroes don't have buyback. And the Ags works out. They throw a Rupture. It doesn't matter. They'll call GG and we're even at 1.
There was a Magnus there a second ago.
Yeah, there was. And then there wasn't.
What a beatdown. That's like a 1k minute, 1k net worth lead per minute, basically, by that 34-minute mark. Don't see that very often.
Yeah, well, you know, you get that extra bump up from the Ag's Blessing that just gets to go your way, and all of a sudden you have a lot more gold of advantage for yourself. That was, yeah, a projection right into a dead Magnus.
I have to say that was really well played by IG, though. They didn't force it. It was very, you know, planned out, very methodical. They went over, they controlled the areas of the map that they needed to control. They waited for the Roche when they needed to, and then you just one-shot the mag, and then game's over.
Yeah, so now we're going to game 3 after the break, and if